testimonies of what Jesus did for people like you and me. And when we come back, we'll eat of the flesh of Jesus and drink of his blood. Take a look.
Take your wedding gown. Take your wedding celebration.
My friends are now calling, asking me, which Baba do one for you? I tell you, say, na El-Roi, yo. Now Baba El-Roi, now you do one for me. What God cannot do does not exist. Last year, I went to the NSPPD Nigeria conference, and Pastor Jerry was praying, declaring there will be a lot of marital settlement.
Any woman due to get married, by this time, next year, when we will come back, for the NSPPD 2026 Nigeria Prayer Conference, you will walk in here with your husband.
I claimed it. I said amen to the prayer. And my birthday was supposed to be March 8th this year. On the 6th of March, I got engaged before my birthday. As if that was not enough. I was already thinking that I'm going to wear that ring for a very long time, for like 6 months or a year. But June, my husband came and said he wants to do everything. He don't want to waste time. He don't want to delay. June 28th, I got married. Pastor Jerry, I got married though. I have my evidence. This is my evidence, Pastor Jerry. Thank you. Thank you. My friends are now calling, asking me, which Baba do one for you? I tell you, say, na El-Roi, yo. Now Baba El-Roi, now you do one for me. What God cannot do does not exist.
Papa used to declare women in their 30s, 40s, receive your marital settlement.
Women in their 30s, in their 40s, in their 50s, in their 60s, that desire to get married, the sound of your women, carry your marital blessing.
I'll receive mine. I'll print pictures. I'll dress like my miracle. I'll say, God, you will see me. You will see me. Papa, I've come with my evidence. My traditional marriage held in March 28th. Everything went well. The day came and passed. We finished everything and we held our court marriage in Abuja here. I want to give God the glory. Hey, see my dog good now. See the man that El-Roi using blessing me. Oh!
During the NSPPD prayer, Papa said they will see you, they will love you, and they want to get married to you. And I randomly said amen. I didn't take it to be my word, but I just said amen. My mom got a catering job to cater for a conference. So the day they called my mom, so I hurriedly left the house, went downstairs and went to join them in the car. Getting to the house, the host was having a meeting at the left-hand side and we were with his wife at the right-hand side. So when we were done with the meeting, the wife went to introduce my mom to the host and I was pressing my phone. I was even backing them and all I heard him say was, "Is that your daughter?" And my mom said yes. So I turned, he called me and he was like, "What are you studying?" And I told him I was studying law and he said, "You're gonna marry my son." Everybody was laughing, it was more like African Magic epic to all of us. "Oh, you think I'm joking? Yeah, you're gonna marry my son. You are my daughter-in-law." So that night, we spoke for a long time, more like a midnight call. And he told me he was coming to see my parents 8 a.m. And this was 12 a.m., 1 a.m. And before 8 a.m., my husband was in the house. My mom was shocked. My dad was shocked. In less than 2 weeks, my wedding happened and it was indeed loud. I was at a point where I just wanted a parlor wedding, but El-Roi said no. El-Roi showed up and he showed off. The luck I had was my sister is a fashion designer, my friend is an event planner, and my mom is a caterer. So it's made it more easy for the whole thing to happen.
What God cannot do does not exist. My name is Philemon. I'm a professional footballer. I live in the UAE. I joined NCPD since 2024, which I've been trusting God for total breakthrough in my career because it's very difficult. I've played in the Premier League and I've played in the First Division as well. So last year I tried many clubs. I wrote to them, I sent emails, no reply, got rejected and all that. So, and transfer is about to close, so I just keep trying nothing happens. I tried with one club, which were they supposed to send me contract the next day. The agent just called me the next day morning that sorry, the club don't send the contract yet, so they cancel it or something like that. So I just accept, no problem. Last year, so I kept trying, looking for clubs I couldn't find. So I got one club from second league because there's no other option. I just have to take it. Even if the salary is small, they offer me a very low salary, very, very low salary that even I cannot even use to fuel my car to the stadium and come back. So I kept trying other options. So there was this club in my city that I was like, oh no, let me just try. I go to the club, was with them for like a week. So the coach was like, he thought I'm resident, that he don't need to know that I'm professional. So for this case, he cannot sign me. I felt so bad because I really put in a lot of effort to get signed in that particular club. So on the 30th of June, Pastor Jerry declared that where they keep offering you what you are bigger than, that the siege is broken.
You see this status quo where they keep offering you what you are bigger than. I don't know the people I am praying for. If your amen will turn like fire, let the siege be broken.
I hold on to the word. I was like, God, this is my word. So the coach messaged me like, oh, and Philemon, there is a club in Bahrain. Maybe after they decide, he will let me know. That's in 30th night of June. So the coach messaged that, oh, this is the salary they want to offer you. The salary was 10 times more than the club I was with, that I signed contract with them, was 10 times more than them, and twice more than the first vision I was trying to put all my effort to get signed. So I was like, oh yes, I agree, no problem, it's a good offer. And the coach was like, yes, and it comes with a private car and a house. Oh, and behold, the visa arrived while I was on the altar. That's when I received the visa. So I was just thanking God, rolling on the floor like, oh, I can't believe it. So it happened. So I arrived in Bahrain. I was unveiled. I want to say thank you, Pastor Jerry. May the oil on your head never run dry. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
There is an uncommon healing for anyone with any heart disease. Any heart disease. There's an uncommon healing. There's an uncommon healing. There's an uncommon healing.
I was diagnosed with inflammation of my endocardium. That is the inner lining of my heart. I woke up one morning with a lot of pain on my left side and I went to the hospital. So after going to the hospital, I was told the inflammation is caused by a bacterial infection or a viral infection. I decided to get into prayers and pray about it. So I woke up. On Wednesday, I planned to go for another consultation, but I said I should pray about it. So on Thursday morning, I logged into NSPPD prayer morning session. Pastor Jerry declared, anyone with bacterial infection of the heart, put it on the life stream. It is reversed.
This is a bacterial infection in your heart. If you are the one, put it on the live stream. By the power that raised Jesus from the dead, I decree, let it be reversed right now.
I screamed and I jumped. I went and chatted it on the live stream. Bacterial infection of the heart reversed. On Friday, I had my appointment now with my second doctor. So I prayed. I said it's already reversed. Nothing missing, nothing broken. And I said what I saw before, they'll not see it again. I just said tomorrow I'm going to collect my evidence. I'll not be told I have any inflammation. I'll not be told my heart rates are high again. So I went for the checking, but when they checked, everything is normal. As you can see, my ECG shows normal. This is my report from the doctor. My ECG shows normal. Everything shows normal as well. As you can see, everything is normal.
In 2025, in August, I had a heart problem. My BP was going so low. I told my brother, the same person who introduced me to NSPPD. He kept sending the link and I kept ignoring He didn't even know that I was not joining. Then one day, I just felt something deep inside me telling me to open the link. So I opened the link, and from that day, I just started joining every single day without fail. The doctor told me that my EF was below 40, and EF, a normal heart, is supposed to be between 50 and 70. So I struggled a bit. I felt so low. My BP was going down. I didn't have that much faith. but I kept joining. And in January, when fasting started, I joined. So I kept holding on, and every time Pastor Jerry would declare, heart failure be reversed.
Heart failure. If you are the one, put it on the live stream. The devil is alive. I announce, let it be reversed.
I would just claim and believe. After the fast, I forced the cardiologist to test me. He just did ECG and he told me, now you are just okay. I went back to the hospital after 3 months in April 2026. He did echo. Lo and behold, the EF that I was praying for 450 was at 62. Who cannot save this God? What God cannot do does not exist.
March, I observed that my pulse was going down. It was going below 50 beats per minute. I was diagnosed with bradycardia. So what I did, I rejected that. I said, because I was told to record, every morning I have to record my blood pressure and my pulse. It was on the 2nd of April, while on NSPPD, Pastor Jerry, while praying, he mentioned dextrocardia. He said dextrocardia, be reversed.
Here, dextrocardia. Dextrocardia. If you are the one, put it on the live stream. By the mercies of God, I announce, let it be reversed.
Then me reluctantly, and I was on duty, I didn't want to disturb the client. I just said reluctantly that mine is bradycardia and continued with the prayers. Towards the end, Pastor Jerry, he came back to the same condition. He said dextrocardia, but I hear someone saying mine is bradycardia.
As soon as you had dextrocardia, you started shouting, my own is bradycardia. Put it on the live stream. The devil is alive. By the power that raised Jesus from the dead, let it be reversed.
I couldn't shout. I couldn't jump. Only tears of joy came out of my eyes. I said, indeed, you are the God who sees me, El-Roi. From that day, the very day I checked my pulse, it went to 87, 82, 86, up to now, to date. I kept observing myself. I said, okay, let me see how it will be the following month. Normal. Whenever I record, it's normal. It is 60 and above. It's no longer below 60 beats per minute. Indeed, what God cannot do does not exist.
Delhi's brave hearts, because in the middle of the smoke, flames and chaos, it was ordinary locals who became the first responders to that deadly hotel fire in which 21 people were killed. Residents, traders, laborers rushed in even before emergency teams could fully take control and helped save several lives. India Today now reports.
When these horrific scenes were playing out in Malvinagar, a few brave men stepped in, risking their lives to save those trapped.
What God cannot do does not exist. Indeed, what Jehovah cannot do does not exist. We dey pray, it is show. My name is Jeba Beryl and I'm making this testimony from Congo, Brazzaville. I want to thank God for my life and the life of my husband, because indeed, if not for God, I will not be standing here today. We were involved in an accident in India on the 3rd of June. The hotel where we were lodged in caught on fire, started burning from below and was climbing up. We woke up that morning, first of all, both of us had bad dreams. We shared our dreams with each other and then we prayed. Shortly after the prayer, one of our neighbors started screaming, fire, 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 from her room. Initially, I thought it was just going to be a small fire and we would run out and everything would be okay. But by the time my husband opened the door for us to step out into the corridor and escape, the corridor was already filled with smoke. So we couldn't step out, we couldn't leave our room. So we entered back into the room and closed the door. Then my husband said, okay, let's pack our important things, passports and all important documents, put them in our backpacks, and then we rushed into the bathroom. At least from there, maybe we can be safe for some time, because smoke started seeping into the room from the vents, the AC vent in the room. So we had to rush into the bathroom. We moved to the bathroom and the window in the bathroom was sealed shut, so we had to break the window in the bathroom. At least from there, some oxygen was getting into the room, into the bathroom, and we were able to breathe. From that window, I was screaming and shouting for help. But unfortunately, nobody could help us. We were on the 3rd floor. There was no way in, no way out. We could not jump. It was too high. Those on the lower floors, the 1st and the 2nd floor, they were able to, those who were able to reach that particular place, were able to jump out from the window. People, the population around, were able to provide some ladders for them to come out through the window from their rooms. So they were able to escape. Those were able to anyway. But those on the 3rd floor, like some of us, we could not escape. Smoke started coming because where I was standing, fire started burning just below where I was standing. So smoke from where it was burning started coming into the window. I took a towel and started fanning the smoke to go out. Started fanning the smoke, and I was screaming, El-Roi, El-Roi, show up, El-Roi, show up, El-Roi, show up. As I was praying and screaming and praying and screaming, my husband was also behind me trying to do the same. Then subsequently, the flames started rising from where I was standing. So they were rising from below and they were coming up. So as they were coming up, I couldn't stand there any longer because otherwise I would be burned. So I moved back into the room. We both moved back into the room. He managed to close the door and we just lay on the floor. I was just praying. I mean, my prayer at that moment was, Father Lord, save me, protect us from this incident so that I can live to testify of your miracle in our life in particular incident. Just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the furnace of fire, come now and appear here like the 3rd person in this incident, because this is our own furnace of fire. That was my last prayer, and I closed my eyes. For some reason, I felt some cold air around me. I didn't know what it was, but that's what I felt. I just closed my eyes. And then subsequently, I opened my eyes again. So when the firefighters came in, they were all very surprised to see us alive, because actually they came into the building and started removing corpses from the building. And when they opened our door, they didn't open the door like to come and save people. They were opening the door to come and continue their job of removing corpses. And then they subsequently discovered that we were there on the floor alive. So they came in and broke the windows in the room for us to have more air to breathe. They went to the next room where the lady who alerted us of the fire. Unfortunately, the lady and her husband had died. They carried the corpse out in front of me. I saw them. They were able to calm down, got our belongings, and then walked out of the hotel. And we were not unconscious. We actually were able to walk out. This is just the whole testimony about it. We walked out of the hotel. Then we subsequently heard that 23 people had died in that incident in the hotel. But God protected us. God saved us. I cannot explain how we survived, because everybody on our floor, on the 3rd floor, died except us. Every other person on the 4th floor died. So all those who were able to survive were those that managed to jump out of the window on the 1st and 2nd floor. If you were unable to jump out through the window, then chances are they died. So 23 people died, but God spared us. We were okay. We left the hospital 10 days after.
Somebody celebrate El-Roi! Celebrate El-Roi! Celebrate El-Roi! Celebrate!